One song, one key could change your life. Your key to start a signature Green Day Corvette that we will be giving away to someone who listens to this show will be coming up shortly. In fact, we're going to do that at some point next hour between 7:45 and 8 a.m. Listen for Longview and call us up at 800-520-1067. Just like that, you get a key. Also, you will be one of only 5 people this week to qualify for a trip to go see Green Day at Wrigley Field in Chicago. And we will announce that winner tomorrow on the air, and hopefully that is you. But right now, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for some ADD news. Oh no, my hard seltzer went flat.
Hawk to a Girl 2024. Spit on that thing. That is just one of the many memes, videos, and songs that have made the rounds since Hawk to a Girl became internet famous earlier this week. If you don't already know, this girl was out with her friends. She was drunk. She got interviewed, and here's the question and the answer.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me? Her life has now changed forever, and let's go through some of the conspiracy theories surrounding it. First off, it is not true that she has already signed with a talent agency, but according to TMZ, she is still spitting her way to fame.
Oh, God, they're good. They are good. And they're not wrong. I mean, she's got a moment right now. She's got to capitalize.
Exactly. So she is also apparently not a preschool teacher and has not been fired from her job. That was also a rumor.
What?
She also has no social media accounts attached to her name, which leaves many conspiracy theories about that. Like that what this one person thinks, this is another victim of the CIA planted culture of sleeping with countless men and substance abuse normalization.
I believe that.
But I think
Stand by that.
one of the better songs that have come through is the remake of Hallelujah with Hawk Tuah.
And she said, speed on that thing, Hawk Tuah.
Beautiful.
Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah.
Move over, Fred, again.
So everyone's waiting for an interview with Hawk to a Girl because they want to hear the actual story. They want to know about her. They want to know what she does for a living, whether or not she's been fired, how long her, how her life has been affected. Has she lost friends? What do her parents think about this interview? And she is nowhere to be found, at least not in the public eye yet.
The best part is that even though this is such a viral moment, is that it's too extreme that, like, she won't get the standard Good Morning America or Today Show treatment. They won't put her on there. We'll have
But we
her.
will.
Of course, we'll have her. But as to get her on
We
the
don't
show.
have standards
We
or
will,
filters.
we'll throw out what we have planned this morning at 8 o'clock. It's just more of that dumb presidential AI stuff. We can toss that right out the window, and we can get into a Hawk Tuah Girl. We'll get her on the show ASAP.
Yeah.
Move
You're so
everything.
right about how Good Morning America and all those like cheesy family-oriented
They
news
won't
outlets, they're
touch
not
this.
going to really, they're not going to cover it, which makes it so much more beautiful. All right, everyone is packing up their stuff and buying up the foods that they are going to shove in their faces on the 4th of July. And here are some of the foods that are surging in popularity this year. They're up big, and this is most likely because all the other foods have gotten way too expensive. Yellow corn has gone up 380%. So
Spit on that thing.
Everyone is getting.
That's what I said.
Maybe it is Hawk to a Girl.
It's a
Changed.
everything
Everything.
is phallic shaped.
Potato salad is up 177%.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Baby back ribs and hot dogs and baked beans. Those are all things that are up, but it's because these things are cheaper than, corn is like a whatever thing. You can throw it on the grill, but it's like that is something that's going to make it feel a little meatier, a little more substantial when you're kind of skimping on the other stuff. And you load up on the beans, because you don't have as many burgers on the grill. You know what I mean?
I used to be very close-minded when it came to grilling, etc. Like I would say, don't waste any square footage of your grill on lame things like corn. Just put more meat there. And then I realized you got to palate cleanse a little bit. If you can't just go ribs to burger. I mean, I do all that still, but every once in a while you just got to just even if a couple kernels just to break it
or
up.
just a little bite of potato salad.
But I mean, still, I don't know.
You don't like potato salad?
I just think it's.
You don't like anything with mayonnaise.
Anything that someone saw a recipe on TikTok and tried to recreate it, it's not going to probably be great. And usually I find that most of that stuff is like unnecessary filler where I'd rather eat a rib. Like ribs I get excited about.
Well, yeah,
slow-cooked ribs get very excited about.
Yeah.
Like,
and rightly so.
A burger, properly cooked burger.
But who gets excited about potato and macaroni salad?
No one really.
And that is something that after an hour or two in the sun... Yeah, that is food poisoning.
My advice is if you overeat on the 4th or for any barbecues, then you eat some potato salad that's been sitting out in the sun all day, and that will give you one of them nice full-body cleanses.
Yeah. All right, the NBA draft started yesterday. Bronny James has gone undrafted on night one. There were 30 picks that happened overall. The Lakers had their 17th pick and went with a different guy from Tennessee, so it leaves everybody wondering about Bronny's future and wondering how far a name gets you. I mean, he is the son of arguably one of the best players of all time, but he had one very underwhelming season at USC. He averaged less than 5 points a game, and he suffered that health scare, the cardiac arrest, and he's only 19 years old. So how much are people willing to bet on just Bronny James being the next it guy? Or is it going to stop eventually because his talent just isn't there?
I think the pre-draft predictions had him to go to the Lakers, but not in their first round. Not in their first day.
Yeah, he might still go to the Lakers. So we'll see.
We'll see. Who knows what kind of stuff is being figured out behind the scenes for jersey sales and that moment of them taking the court together. And
spit on that thing.
Then I don't think that would work. I don't think that applies in this scenario.
Okay, all right. I'm working on it.
It does not work. Really crowbar that in there. Get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it next here on KROQ.
Klein, Alley, Show! Mornings on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ.
All right, let's give you a key. I assume that's why everyone's on the phone now at KROQ. Some people listening for the very first time back in a while, because they want a car. I don't blame you. Whatever you're driving right now, imagine swapping that out for a Green Day signature Corvette. I believe this will be the only one on the entire road anywhere in the world, because we put it together with Green Day. And let's say hi to caller 10, which puts us on Joey. Hello?
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah, what's going on? Rock them panty lines.
Rock them panty lines. Joey, you are caller 10, which means a couple of cool things. One, we get to give you a key. That key very possibly could start a Green Day signature Corvette, which will be yours to keep.
Sweet.
And if you win it, I will throw in a pair of panties.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
That you can use to protect the car when it rains. You can put that over the whole car.
Yeah, you can. It's like they used to have those bras that they would put over the car.
That's right. Allie's underwear. Plenty of space.
Actual bra for the front bumper.
Hey, Joey, also, I'm going to give you a chance tomorrow. We are going to call someone back, one of the people that want a key this week, and let you know you're packing your bags. You're going to Chicago to see Green Day at Wrigley Field, and you are one of only 5 people eligible for that trip as well. And hopefully we call you back tomorrow to give you that good news. All right?
All righty. Sweet.
Thank you for supporting the show. Thanks for listening. Hang tight 1 second. That's Joey. If you're upset right now or you hate Joey, even though you've never met him, and you're thinking, why couldn't I get a key? Well, you'll have another shot tomorrow. Between 8, it says here between 8 and 8:45 tomorrow, but that can't possibly be right. So that's got to be a typo on our end. I would imagine it's got to be written down here somewhere. But the song you'll be listening for tomorrow is Dilemma, and I'm going to say it's between 8:30 and 8:45 tomorrow. Be ready to call when you hear us play Dilemma, and we will give you another key, and last person eligible to win that trip. So that's exciting.
8:30 to 8:45.
That's right.
Correct.
Okay. Let's get into your news right now, and then we'll get into a brand new hour of the show. There's so many things you can gamble on involving the presidential debate tonight. I cannot even believe the bets that are out there. So we'll break down some of those bets. We'll lock in our own and more. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for some ADD news. Is the FCC okay with me saying okay? Good to know.
So, today in failing corporate chains, 2024 has claimed 2 more victims. Walgreens and Arby's.
No.
Yeah, I know, it's sad. Arby's is now in full-on bankruptcy mode. They went for the old Chapter 11, seems to be the most popular chapter these days. Walgreens isn't there yet, but they have announced that they're closing a bunch more stores. They've already closed 100 of them because of a lot of reasons. Theft, closing, rising costs of running the stores. Plus, everyone is shopping at like Walmart and Amazon because they just want to buy these. Like, if you need toothpaste or whatever, if you need stuff, you go online. You don't really need to go into places anymore.
Well, pharmacies you got to go to. Usually the idea was get them here for the medicine, and then while we tell them it's going to be another $15 to fill your prescription, you go around and you buy a bunch of stuff. You're like, oh, I should probably get that. Oh, I need that too.
And I feel like that's a conspiracy. They're like, well, you come back in 20 minutes.
Of course.
20 minutes is the perfect amount of time where you're like, I can't leave.
Listen, it's the same thing.
All I can do is wander.
When you go to a reservation at a restaurant, even if you're there at the exact time of your reservation, they try to do that whole, hey, listen, your table's almost ready. Why don't you go over to the bar? Because they know they're going to get you for another couple of bucks.
Yeah.
So the same thing, pharmacies pull that same maneuver, and they know what they're doing, but it's apparently not working because everything at the stores are locked up now.
20 minutes is like the hardest amount of time to not spend money.
Oh, it's so annoying.
No matter where you are, 20 minutes, you'll spend money.
You're going to sit there next to those losers waiting for their flu shot? I don't think so. You're going to go buy some stuff, right?
And then Olive Garden is not going.
No.
It's not going away, but they're pivoting a little bit because they don't want to go the way of Red Lobster.
Did we mush the Olive Garden when we went there with Moniskin?
Well, what they're doing is they're kind of going away from endless stuff, and they're going more for price hikes.
That's not good.
Which doesn't make sense.
Yes, because
Does
Olive
it?
Garden is not good.
Right.
And people go there because it's cheap and because it's endless. They don't go there for the quality of the food.
Quantity.
Or they're brainwashed by the quality of the food because they go there so much for cheap. They started there for cheap reasons.
Here's a great concept I have for a restaurant. It's called quantity, not quality, and it's all of the different.
And it's called Olive Garden.
It's called Olive, and it's just Olive Garden. It's just the same. Everything is the same. We just changed the name. No,
Isn't it like the Golden Corral, like any of those buffet
yeah,
places?
but here's what this would be. This would be all of the different restaurants' signature quantity things. Like for instance, you can go to the one place and you can get the endless
Cheddar Bay
shrimp.
biscuits.
You can get every restaurant's got their one. That's like that big. This is just for the people that have given up on themselves for the
and
day.
I want that like brown bread from Outback.
Yeah, quantities.
Yeah,
Let's make it happen.
that's
Someone
the good
build
stuff.
it so we can file for Chapter 11. Come on.
All right, it's a hard time to be a small dog these days, not just because of all the fireworks stuff we talked about earlier. If you are a small dog outside, you're either going to get snatched by a coyote or a dog napper. It's hard times for you. And here's the latest dog snatching. This happened to a teacup Yorkie in Huntington Park.
The owner says the white car stopped at a stop sign, backed up, took the 2-pound teacup Yorkie. The dog was a Christmas gift for the grandson, a pet he could grow up with. It all happened so fast while the family was getting ready to take the dog on a walk and their grandson on a walk as well.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Both on a leash.
That seems like a weird story.
Very strangely worded,
Yeah,
but we did get the basics
Where
of
did
it.
they stole the dog was just unattended and they
So
took the
what
dog?
happened was
Maybe
the
it was a dog
family-
statue.
No, it was a
No,
real dog.
no,
There's
it was a real
video
dog.
of it. And the family was, as he said, getting ready to take their dog for a walk and their grandchild for a walk.
Right.
So they open the door. The dog is out in
Ran out. Someone grabbed it?
Well, the dog, I think you could tell that its habit is like going out to one of those patches like that's on the sidewalk to
Yeah,
like
like
pee
corner
or
of the
something.
street, yeah.
Corner of the street while they're like getting everything ready. And they weren't keeping it confined into the house. And then this white car just drives by. It was like, looked
I think
like
it was a
crime,
Tesla, too.
Crime
Tesla
of
A-hole.
opportunity. They just stop, get out, pick it up, drive away.
I had a guy that approached me this week with a puppy and said, hey, do you want to buy a puppy? And I thought to myself, this has got to be a stolen situation. It's got to be, right?
And you bought it?
I bought it. No, I know. But
What kind of puppy?
No, but it was like an adorable, I don't know, mix of a few things. And the thing was really cute. And the guy just approached me.
Where were you?
I stopped on the way home at the Grove. On the way out of here.
So you were just walking around the Grove?
I wonder
around.
if this is that dog.
And I don't know, it was not a Yorkie, but
This is a
okay.
pet you can grow
But
up
I
with.
did feel like this was probably something that was a stole. It's just the vibe I got, and I thought to
Of
myself, I
course.
should buy this and then try to reunite it with
Well, because
whoever he stole
usually
it
it's
from.
like a dog adoption like event where there's a bunch of dogs that you
Yeah,
can
this was
kinda,
not
it's
that.
not just one person walking up to you and going, hey, you want a dog?
Yeah.
That's
Hey-
very strange.
Hey, you want to buy a dog?
But
You
I
do-
could also see from the video the way that this is, like the way that the opportunity looked, it almost seemed like someone like you drove by and didn't.
Someone
and
like
saw,
me?
And
What does
saw,
that mean?
No, and saw the dog and didn't see the family.
Oh, and thought
And
they were
thought
rescuing
maybe
the dog?
it was a lost dog and picked it up to help find the owner or something like that. Because they,
Well, not if they didn't come
it's
back
so
with it.
casual. They just walk out, pick it up, and put it back in. And you can't. I could see from their angle that they couldn't maybe see the family there.
I guess they were getting the leash on the grandson at the time, but still, the whole thing seems very not cool.
The grandchild was actually eaten by a coyote.
You're a different type of terrible person if you're taking people's dog. I mean, you really are.
I agree.
You're next level terrible.
I'm just thinking maybe there's a chance that it was an accident.
Maybe.
You almost saved a statue. There are some people who accidentally steal dogs.
Not all heroes wear capes.
True.
Remember that.
Klein Alley. Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Stuff going on in the world. Let's break it down. Your ADD news here at KROQ. Then we get into a brand new hour of the show to get you ready for the weekend. The Prequint is finally here on a Thursday morning. Next hour, the return of Firework or Gunshot to get you ready for the 4th and much more. Tickets to win as well. But first, this happening.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. News you can trust. Ish.
I believe we are entering the era of cheap because of inflation. I do believe my time is here, but we do still live in Southern California, and people always want an exclusive club. And I don't know if you, fancy boy, have heard of the new exclusive club that is opening up in Beverly Hills today, Gravitas. Have you heard of it?
Is that opening today?
I believe it's today. And it is a new exclusive members-only club, so it's kind of like the new Soho House, but it's more exclusive and more cool. And if you go to their website, gravitasclub.com, you can fill out an application, but you have to click on either resident application or resident application under 30.
Yeah, a lot of clubs, you get the under 30 rate or the under 40 rate. It's usually much better. It's cheaper usually. That's how it works.
Yeah, it's about $500 cheaper all around. The initiation fee is $2,500 for anyone over 30.
And what does that
have
get you?
Annual dues of $5,500 a year. And you get a grand open-air garden bar and dining area on the main floor. This is a big 28,000 square foot building. You get a temperature-controlled wine locker that's specific to you, and it will be digitally managed so that members can easily store their private wine stock on site.
Can I stand in there when it gets hot outside? Like, is it big enough for people?
I don't know if it's big enough for that. I think everyone has their own wine locker. But I don't know if it's like one giant space that you can walk into or if it's like tiny individual ones. They also, on the second level, have a loft where they have a recording studio so you can record your crappy podcast.
Oh, cool.
They have rooms designed to elevate any event or meeting. Upstairs loft also includes wide screen areas and an on-stage live performance space. And then they have private dining booths that are equipped with separate Bluetooth capabilities so you can listen to your own music or play your own crappy music for a potential producer, and you can call a server with the touch of a button. And they also include a customized G-Car chauffeur.
Here's the real question. How is there enough people to support all these members-only clubs? There's so many of them now. I've been standing places before sometimes where I thought it was just a general public thing. And they're like, oh, excuse me, are you a member? I'm like, of what? And they're like, oh, I thought you were going in this way. This is a members-only thing. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I know Soho House has been around for a long time. It's been there forever. But then there's like there's Jonathan Club, and then there's San Vicente Bungalows.
Wow, you know about all
there's
of
so
them.
many.
Yeah, you
Fancy
do.
boy!
I haven't been to I haven't been to hardly any of these things.
The places we go, there are no members only in
Oh,
those.
no.
I've never been asked that question in my life.
Our boss is a member of Soho, and every once in a while, when they want to break bad news to us, they ask us to meet them at Soho.
And
then
it's like the nicest one,
yeah,
too.
it's always really nice.
It's
and
like
then
right on the beach.
And then they go, so here's the thing. We're not going to be able to give you guys any more money, but...
More polenta cakes?
If you'd like another a piece of polenta for the road, you got about 11 minutes to get out of here before they know you're not a member.
Yeah, exactly. But I heard
like
those places, they become very overrated once everybody knows about it. Like, everybody knows about Soho House, and then people were like, actually, Soho House isn't what it used to be.
Right,
and then
people love
now
that.
you have to move on to the next private club, which is more exclusive than the last private club that you were a member of.
We got to start a club where we only let one person in, and they got to pay $20 million. And that is the most exclusive of the exclusive.
There's
One
only-
member, you stay in there by yourself.
My new apartment. Let's go.
All right, I have a story. I don't know if you've seen this story, but I will be shocked if this is not the subject of a Netflix documentary. Starts back in May, body found at the foot of a bridge. Okay, they're trying to figure out what happened. Then they determine it was the body of this highly respected philosophy professor. I mean, this guy's highly decorated. Oxford, Cornell, University of London. He won like awards and stuff. He even wrote a book. Then they find out that this guy died by his own. He jumped off the bridge, and they were like, why would he do this? This guy had it all. He was a
body was
successful...
placed by the bridge.
No. They found out that he was about to be exposed because he was living a crazy, kinky double life.
Oh.
And he had a contract with this woman, and there's like letters that they wrote each other, and there's like a contract that they drew up, and it says like all the things that she's going to do. And then it says like in the letter, she's like, I will be a good, obedient girl, but above all, I will love my master and try to please him in any way I can. My love is the greatest gift. I will please my daddy, blah, 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 blah. So he had a contract with this woman for a year. There's videos and pictures of him taking bong rips and snorting blow and stuff. And he was about to be exposed. And they figured out that like he found out and was like, I'm just going to end it now. But it's insane, like all the details that are coming out about this guy. And this guy's, the book that he read, or that he wrote, was called
How to Be Cool.
The Responsible Scientist.
Oh my God.
Well, that's a bit of
It's just
misleading
like
right there.
so many great twists and turns
It's funny
to this
because
story.
I would never buy a book, probably, full stop, end of sentence right there. But I would definitely never buy a book called The Responsible Scientist. But if there was a book called what was all the stuff he did? Do blow and...
How to leave a
Blow and bong rips.
Yeah,
if it was titled Blow and Bong Rips, I'm in. Yeah.
I'd buy
and
that.
call me daddy.
I would buy that whole thing. I don't know. The guy's like leaning into the wrong part of his life. Be who you are and be proud of who you are.
Yeah.
And if it's blow and bong rips, write that book.
I know, exactly. All right, if you have an electric car, here's the question for you. Do you regret it? If you said yes, you are not alone. According to a recent study, half of American EV owners want to switch back to gas-powered cars, and the number one reason they want to go back is the lack of charging stations, the long-term cost of repairs, and the restrictions that they have on long drives. Remember we talked to a guy who was like, I can't go to Snow Summit, I have a Tesla.
Yes.
All Klein did was
shut up,
bitch
the whole
Jake.
time.
It sucked.
I wasn't sure if I'd make it up the mountain. That was
sweating bullets the whole time.
You're sweating because you have sweating problems. But I did.
That's me.
There is that rage anxiety thing. Range anxiety is a real thing.
You know what we should do? We should crowdfund and get Jake into this gravitas club.
And wear jorts?
Yes.
I think Jake is literally everything you're not allowed to wear there. I think he's got it all on
but if he pays,
piece by piece now.
Come on.
Get jorts and a dog. Let's go.
Imagine Jake walking around that place, and one by one, people are like, I got to get out of this thing. Hey, thanks for checking out some of our radio show on KROQ. Just between you and me, we're about to fire Allie, so hopefully you didn't get used to her too much. But thanks for checking it out, and we appreciate you checking out the live radio show. And
Hey, what are you guys doing?
nothing.
But you're filming something. Aren't they supposed to be involved in this?
We're not filming anything.
There's a camera right there.
Just part of the... Bye.